In the upmarket London suburb of Barnet is a house that is crumbling under the weight of its hoard. This 3-bedroom semi is owned by the hoarder dad of sisters Caroline and Eloise. It's a hoard of epic proportions. The kitchen is on the verge of collapse. The living room is full to the brim. And the bedrooms are jam-packed.
This is the home that my dad bought after my parents divorced 30 years ago. My dad did hoard in our family home when we were growing up, which was a bit of a problem, bits falling around everywhere, and we did find that quite difficult when we were growing up.
This is the old piano that used to be in our house at home.
Nearly as old as Dad.
Oh yeah.
1939. My dad last lived here 7 years ago. He's 81 now, so he was worried about falling over, and the mess was so much that he couldn't actually move between parts of the house. Some of the electricity is gone, the water's gone. I don't think there's any gas, and he can't even reach the cooker anymore, so it all came to a head.
It was decided the house was unfit to live in, and for his own safety, Dad went into a care home.
I'd like anything that can be used to be used and not chucked away, because I don't like to see things wasted. By the same token, a lot of the stuff in here has come from skips originally, hasn't it? So I don't feel too bad about putting it back into skips again.
That's true.
They've been putting off clearing the house, but have now reached a point where they need help towards Dad's care costs.
So I think we're going to have to sell it.
They won't have far to look for a buyer because the next-door neighbours are interested.
We moved in about 12 years ago, and we live next door to Caroline and Eloise's dad. Unfortunately, it's been vandalised, so someone's thrown a brick through the window.
That and the fire a few years ago.
And then there was the fire. We were
He was
actually
clearing
away.
his garden, and he lit a bonfire to burn the garden rubbish. And there were gas canisters, there were 13 shopping trolleys. It was full to the brim of stuff.
Yeah. There were paint pots. The paint pots were exploding.
Yeah.
This was once one house but was split into two. Caroline and Eloise's dad has the back half, and neighbours Emily and Kevin have the front.
Ideally, we'd love to join the two houses back again.
Yeah, it'd be lovely, yeah,
because
absolutely.
Because, just the character of the house.
We'd certainly want
beautiful.
to look at it.
It's going to be a mammoth job, so the two sisters have sent out an SOS to fellow sisters and expert cleaners, Ange and Yvonne, also known as the Dust Demons.
What lies beneath? It'd be really boring if we went in and everything was hoarded and organised and labelled up. I'd rather it just be absolutely everywhere and we get to delve through everything.
You know what they say, Yvonne? Be careful what you wish for.
Can we get in?
I'm coming to declutter, not do the gardening.
The other side of it, though, is it's somebody's home and it's somebody's life and we're sort of invading their privacy, but things have got too much, it needs to be sorted, it's got to be done.
A little bit overgrown.
Hiya.
Hi, lady.
How you doing?
Here to help. It needs help by the looks of things.
Watch out.
Just stand on the ladder.
Literally.
Yeah.
Hold on here.
Yeah, good plan.
Can we actually get in?
Oh my God. Oh my God, Ange.
You know, when we say things don't shock us, are you ready for this? I can't actually get in.
Oh my God.
Blimey.
Oh my God.
Oh, wow. OK, this is going to keep us busy for a while. This is the kitchen of some description.
No, this
Not
is
a functioning kitchen.
No.
Yeah, there's a microwave there and a sink, so and a fridge.
This is not a kitchen. This is like where I go and take my rubbish on a Saturday afternoon.
And for cobwebs.
Oh my God.
Wow.
They have got to be the biggest cobwebs
They're like hammocks.
I've seen in 22 years. Oh my life, Angela.
Little writing sets.
Just jars of sweets everywhere.
It's like sweets.
Yeah, old mint imperials.
Let's go and have a look what's upstairs.
I don't want to go upstairs. Where are the stairs?
Here, but there's no banisters, so be very
Really?
careful.
Looking around, he actually was a very organised...
A very tidy writing as well. I can't write that neatly.
Staple remover,
Was all-
ruler.
It's just like been left in time, hasn't it?
What do you think?
What do you think? I'm off.
The pressure is on, as Yvonne and Ange only have 3 days to clear out the biggest hoard of their careers.
You seen one like that before?
If I'm really honest, ladies, it's one of the worst. This is a first, having to make the actual entrance safe before we can even get in.
And with the hoarder himself off site, the dust demons can crack on with no interruptions.
Does that fall on you?
No, I knew it was going to go.
First off, the kitchen,
You're doing well, ladies.
where Dad has given the go-ahead for everything to be skipped.
Probably would get through stuff quite quickly once we get started. This under here is really weak. I'm just hoping that when we clear this away, all this doesn't just fall through into the cellar.
She's hoping.
It's not just Caroline and Eloise that are happy to see the back of the hoard. Living next door to a hoarder is no fun.
We did have an issue with one of our party walls, which was crumbling, because we had ivy growing up the wall and it was causing damp to come into our house.
But it's not just a wall that Emily and Kevin are sharing with next door.
But we do have also a shared cellar, so we have the entrance to the cellar, which unfortunately is underwater, partially underwater.
We have tried emptying it out, but it fills up again by the next day. So we are assuming that there's a bigger cellar in next door, which must be underwater as well, because we don't understand why ours keeps filling up. And then the other concern is the fact that we think we've got a mice infestation.
Just as the clean next door is gathering momentum,
Even the tins have corroded.
Oh my God.
Listen.
Ange puts her foot in it, literally.
Oh my God. Ange, be careful.
I know, we're going to have to put something across this. I knew that was all going to go.
Look at that. That's dangerous. You can see it's all wet down there. You've cleared everything off the top of the boiler, you can see.
Yes.
And our foot has gone through the floor, literally. I've shined a light down and you can see right down into the bottom of the cellar. And it does look wet and muddy and...
The thing is, the whole of the kitchen is falling in here, isn't it? It's falling into this bit, so I'm a bit worried about when we start moving this stuff. All of this is falling forward, so this floor is going like that. I think there's a big bow under here. As soon as I trod on that bit there, because that was piled high of stuff, but as soon as I cleared it and trod on it, my foot went through.
The whole clearance is now in jeopardy.
You know, he said that it was bad, but it is worse than I thought.
Yeah, there was a sense of relief that it was starting getting done, and I felt like, oh, something's being done, it's going to get done, it's going to get done, and now obviously this is a setback.
Big setback.
With the entire house out of bounds, the clearance is at a standstill until a structural engineer can do a survey.
So we've had to come out, we can't carry on.
Job abandoned! I'm devastated.
And everything has ground to a halt. The kitchen floor has given way under the immense weight of the hoard. Structural engineer Graham has arrived to assess whether it's safe for the clearance to continue, or if the whole house is at risk of collapse.
The kitchen's in the process of being cleared, and the ladies, when they were cleaning all the stuff out, the floor started to cave in.
Okay.
There's also a hole where one of them's put the foot through.
Okie doke.
Another thing to bear in mind is that there was a fire here a few years ago, and they used a lot of water, and it was never really drained properly, so we think perhaps a lot of the moisture
Moisture's got
went
into
into
the
the
timber.
wood, and that probably is the reason
Okay.
it's not stable. And also around the property, you might notice there's some other ceilings that have caved.
Well, there's some water in the cellar. Crack on the joist here. That timber is really not in good condition. Joists seem okay, but the floorboards are not great. Really, I need to see what the structure is and then look at the condition of the main joists. The cellar.
Now Graham has access to the cellar, he can see whether the whole building needs to be closed off or if the clearance can continue.
I mean, there's what, half a metre of water in there? Full of stagnant water, basically.
Well, obviously we've managed to look underneath the floor. A couple of the joists at the front are okay, they're fairly new, but further back the joists have split, and it's completely unsafe. So nobody will be able to go into this particular room at the moment. This is going to be out of bounds. It's not looking great.
With the kitchen condemned, Graham assesses the front of the house.
This floor's quite solid.
Finally, there's some good news.
So you're fine in the ground floor room and upstairs, but obviously not into the kitchen there. We can see that the main joists have split. There's definitely a problem in there, so it's unsafe to walk on.
All that rubbish has been on top of it, but nobody's been walking on it. We've disturbed it. That's why your foot's gone through.
So I think it was a good job you called somebody out to have a look at it.
Although they've been given the go-ahead, Yvonne and Ange now only have 2 days left to get the house cleared.
Structural engineer confirmed everything's fine for us to carry on, didn't he? And we've just got to go through the other door now. Kitchen completely out of bounds, we're not allowed in there at all.
But we're a day behind.
Day behind now, so we've really
Wonder Women to the task.
We need to be Wonder Women today, don't we?
Our best laid plans yesterday have all gone to pot. We're not actually going to be clearing the kitchen now because it has been declared unsafe. So we're going to concentrate on the main living area downstairs and then all of upstairs.
Here, I'll get round the door.
First up, the living room. And today, Caroline and daughter Ruby are here to help.
Right, ladies, how are we doing?
Digging
feel like we're getting somewhere today. We really do. We're stuck
digging
in.
our way through now.
We've got a corner. We can see carpet, which is always so positive.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm feeling really, really happy today. We're going to smash this. I know we are. Is there anything you want us specifically to look out for at all?
Well, my dad says that his mother's Rolex watch from the 1930s is in this room somewhere, in amongst some watches. And over there, he said there's a stamp collection that his father bought before I was born. So he's quite interested in that. They might have some value.
We're going to do our utmost. We'll find them for you.
Oh, completely rubbish. Look at that. You thought there was going to be something exciting there. That's old phone cards.
What, phone cards?
Look.
No way.
So Dad used to go around London checking all the phones for phone cards, and he never paid for a call because people always used to leave money on cards and leave them in the machine, and so he had free phone calls. They probably all got money on them.
Phone cards aren't the only thing they unearth that has some value.
There it is.
You got it?
Yeah, we found it amongst all of this. It's amazing.
The lost watch, then Dad's stamp collection.
Is that the stamps?
It's a stamp collection. And look at that, you found them.
1845.
That's 176 years. That's 176 years.
That's amazing.
No.
Fortune.
I think these need to go to an expert, really, to see what they're worth, yeah? Yeah?
It's an afternoon of discoveries.
Is that a battery?
But not all of them are pleasant.
Well, this is a huge mouse den down here. Ugh. They've been living here for some years.
It's all under this massive pile of carrier bags. This
That's
is
what
all
they chewed up.
bags. And look, they've just chewed all the plastic.
Making all the beds.
That really smells.
It's been a busy and productive day.
all this out of one room. And there's still about another 50 bags at least in there. It's like the TARDIS.
You start in a corner and a mound, and it's just gone on forever.
Yeah, it has
There's
gone on
got
forever.
to be 3 van loads here from one living room. I actually feel like getting on this bike now.
Still haven't finished.
No, we've still got another 20 days work to do in one day. We're off. Bye.
That's a lot of stuff.
And with a day lost because of the disaster in the kitchen, both Caroline and Eloise are on site to help. And they've found a shortcut for clearing the bedroom.
Go. 1, 2, 3. Go. Oh my God. Go. Oh. That's so satisfying. Oh my God, look at you, how fast you two've done it. We'll get the last of this bagged up. The children's shoe there. Who's going up there?
A few kids' shoes.
You know what I mean is, don't stand on
I won't stand on it. Oh, is it?
Can't get this open.
Sorry, foot.
First on site to check on progress is Eloise.
Oh my God.
The deluged, dark and dingy lounge is now spotless, spacious and light.
Oh, it's great. It's lovely to see it like this. I've actually had dreams about this room being like this. It's nice not to have all the clutter and yeah, to have a lot of space and air in the room.
The bedrooms that were bursting at the seams are now clear and ready to go on the market.
Where we couldn't see from one side to the other a few days ago, could we?
This actually looks nice. This looks almost.
Nice. Did you know there was a carpet underneath all of that?
I didn't know there was such dramatic wallpaper either, strangely.
I never thought we'd actually clear it.
There's a lot of junk in here before.
Yeah, but we got there.
I was shattered, but elated. I think it's gone well, hasn't it? We've left 2 happy sisters.
It was
A mammoth task.
absolutely, that really was the biggest amount of possessions I've removed
Well, it was
from a
30 years
property.
worth.
Yeah.
It was 30 years worth, without a doubt.
I don't think we would have been able to do it.
We wouldn't have been able to do it.
I had ideas about doing it,
Yes.
but nobody dreamed that there would be that much stuff compacted in there.
It's a huge relief, isn't it, knowing that the house is empty. I mean, I don't think I'm quite ready to accept it.
No, I need to process it a bit.
I need to process, yeah, exactly.
It's really good to be able to close a chapter.
And now it's time for a new chapter to begin. The sisters are keen to find out how much the house might be worth. And with houses on this street fetching over £500,000, if their kitchen hasn't relocated to the basement, they've called in local property expert Henry Pryor.
Hi, Caroline. Nice to see you.
Nice to see you.
Looking forward to having a look round.
Yeah, please come have a look.
Thanks. Wow. I did not expect it to look like this. So much space in here, isn't there?
Nice big room.
And a bit of light. And some good ventilation. Obviously needs a bit of work doing to it, but really impressive.
So we had a little bit of a problem in that the floor of the kitchen went down.
Disappeared, right.
One of the joists are split in half, and the joists either side of it are not that strong either.
Wow. Yeah. So it's a really nice garden, closed in, secure,
South facing.
south facing. The biggest problem for this house is that it's probably unmortgageable, and therefore you rule out anybody who might need to borrow money to buy it and then to improve it and put it back into its state of original glory. But it really depends on how many people are 100% cash buyers. At about £350,000, I'd be surprised if it doesn't make a little bit more, given the fact that lots of people would like a project.
Righty-ho, that's not too bad.
Could be worse.
Could be worse, yes. Taking all that stuff out of my dad's house
was quite emotional, and I think the best thing to do would be for him as well, be nice, clear, quick sale if we can. It does feel like a nice way to end this story.